Oh god, why do people watch my content? We're back here again, talking about the playoffs, while I drink from a lovely Heritage Classic mug, which my friend from the rink kindly gave me. It's very pretty and I love it. And I'm drinking coffee because I'm currently in the process of finishing my undergrad degree. I'm writing a dissertation right now because I graduate in a couple of months, which is kind of scary, but yeah, somehow I'm still finding time to talk about the Leafs all the time. I'm trying my best, guys. I try my best, okay? Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Before we get started today, make sure to give this video a like and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more hockey chats from a girl across the pond talking about the Leafs for some unknown reason, because seem to have been put on this earth to do such a thing, such a random niche thing. But check out my other social medias, which I'll pop here, which especially Twitter, because I'm very, very active on Twitter. I also do photography, other social media content stuff on Instagram, so if you want to follow me there too, that'd be much appreciated. But let's dive right in. We're here today to talk about possible scenarios of the Leafs playoffs in the first round. So I know that I could be here all day, and we're going to discard the wild card spot just for the purpose of me not keeping everybody here all day. So instead we're just going to talk about Florida, Tampa, Boston. We're going to talk about the likelihood of the Leafs getting out of the first round against these teams, and my personal opinions on what I would ideally like to happen, which is obviously the Leafs get past the first round and carry on and win the cup, but like, we're talking first round here only, one step at a time, baby steps. So the Leafs we're going to playoffs, okay? That's not the debate here. The Leafs are solidly in a playoff spot, and it's not really the first round that's the problem, as we all know. It's getting past that first round. So as you can see from this lovely chart from moneypuck.com, the chance of us making playoffs is not the bit that's up for debate here. It's as soon as it gets to making the second round, the stats drop considerably. So yeah, make second round 53.3%, third round 27.3%, and only 15.2% chance of making the final right now. But stats in hockey are always one of those things that you can only use them so far, and literally anything can happen. There's always going to be underdogs come through. That's what makes the sport so great. So top of the division right now, the powerhouse that is the Florida Panthers. We're going to discuss them first. So in terms of stats, which again I will pop up here, I'm going to show the last... I've just spilt coffee absolutely everywhere. Can you believe I've just done that? Oh my god. Fuck my life. Okay, hold that thought right there while I go clean up all the coffee that's now pouring down me. It could have been worse. It could have landed on the bed. Could have landed on bed. Oh god. Oh my god, it's like everywhere. I have fake tan on right now, or I did before I just spilt hot coffee all down my legs, and now I have strange streak marks. Don't film with shorts on. Oh my god. Okay, I'm back. Should not balance hot coffee on my lap while I'm trying to film. Turns out it doesn't work. Very sorry for the interlude of non-hockey content. Do you guys really follow me though for the hockey content, or is it just because I'm kind of this odd random Scottish girl that likes to talk about the Leafs on the internet? Because this is the real me. This is the real me that spills coffee everywhere after she's just cleaned. Anyway, coffee instant over, let's continue. Let's talk about the shot chart real quick. This is from our only game against Florida this year, because we've only played them the once. So it's a very small sample size we're dealing here. But yeah, so we were outshot 36-25. But ultimately, being outshot and winning, evidently not the same thing. We've seen that a couple of times over the last week. And anyway, we won 5-2. So, you know, clearly we can win against Florida. I was quite nervous to see us play Florida. I've watched them play other teams, and I had an inkling that, judging from their play, we would be able to give them at least a decent matchup, but I didn't expect us to win 5-2. So I was very happy with that, and yeah, we play them next on the 6th of April and also on the 24th, so I might change my mind in those games, but it's 1-1 Toronto right now, so you can't really complain. They're definitely an amazing team, and I feel like they'd be very entertaining in the first round, and evidently we can beat them here. I'm gonna pop up some stats here as well. It was quite an equal game. We gave them a good run for their money, and the division is very difficult this year, and so if we can play like this in the first round against Florida, if we were to get them, then I would be more than happy with that. Florida are not the scariest potential in my opinion. I think that, as we can see, the stats are pretty even, and from last game, if we play like that, I think we'll be fine. Moving on to Tampa. The Tampa Bay Lightning, aka twice Stanley Cup winner, you know, in recent years, and yeah, they're a machine of a team, and their streak scares me, because do you really want to play last year's winners in the first round? No, I don't know why anyone would want that. Tampa would be my last choice personally for us to play, because I think that they are going to pose the biggest challenge to us, and also I feel like our confidence would be lessened against them. We've played them twice this season, winning once in overtime, and we lost 5-3 in the other game, so it wasn't a clear win like it was against the likes of Florida. It was an overtime win, and then we lost. So I'm just going to look at the last game that we played against them, just for the most recent relevance to this, to be honest. So if I pop this up here, you can see far more physicality from Tampa compared to us, and I know that Leafs are called a soft team quite a lot. I don't think that's a bad thing, but I am concerned it might be a slight disadvantage. They seem to be very skilled at getting good hits in there, but they're clean without deducing penalties, which is something that is a really clever thing to do on the ice, and they seem to be very good at it, which would concern me in terms of us playing them. Then flick to shot chart. So we, in our last game against them, which we lost, we outshot them and we still lost, and this is a clear flaw of Toronto, is the fact that sometimes we can outshoot a team and still lose, and ultimately that is not winning a playoff series. So that would concern me against the likes of Tampa. They would certainly be my last choice to pick. If I had to pick one to rule out, it would 100% be Tampa. I think they'd be a real challenge. And also there's a lot of pressure to win against a team that's holding the Stanley Cup currently, you know what I mean? Like that's not something that I really want Toronto to face, not in the first round anyway. That would be a bit of a nightmare. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Tampa. And then finally we'll flick over to the Boston Bruins, of which we played on Tuesday night? Tuesday? Sorry, I get my days muddled up because the games are in the middle of the night for me, so I get them kind of mixed up. So, but yeah, we played them on Tuesday, and obviously, as everyone knows, we beat them 6-4. And then before that, back in November, we also won 5-2. So we've won both times we've played them. So clearly, they are a team we can beat in the regular season. But as we know, playoff hockey is not regular season hockey. So does that count for much? Does anything I'm saying here count for that much? I don't know, we'll see, I guess. Okay, reference back to this when we're either put out the first round or we're making it past. So quick look at the shot chart, and it's very even. So shots on target, Toronto had 32, Boston had 30. So this chart is showing a very even keel between the two teams, but obviously we were getting the finish where Boston just weren't. And it is also important to remember that we still won, while Mrazek had been taken out in the first period due to his groin injury returning again, which was unfortunate, but Shalgren did an amazing job. Very, very impressed with him. And we were down to 4 D-men by the end of the game. Both Liljegren and Hall were both injured. We all know about the Labushkin incident. We're not here to talk about that. Don't get me started on NHL player safety, just don't get me started. And yeah, so we were weakened by the end of that, and we still held our own. And okay, it was 6-1 up, and it was 6-4 by the end, but when you take into consideration all those things that happened in between, I was content with it. I feel that we played very well. However, the hostility between those two teams, it would concern me for injuries in the first round, because ultimately you can get out the first round, but if you're only just scraping through with half your team injured, is there really any point, because you're not making it much further? And that would concern me about playing Boston, because it's always a very physical matchup, and well, as we saw the other night, there was quite a few injuries sustained as a result. I'm also concerned that the previous pressure of it was 4-1. We know it was 4-1. I'm concerned that the pressure of that would put the Leafs off in the first round. I think that is a huge thing to consider when you're talking about the Leafs. It's not always about stats. So, leading on, that's my little recap of those 3 teams that we could potentially have. Obviously, take out the wildcard spot, as I said, we're ignoring that for today, for the purpose of this video. So overall, ultimately, it doesn't matter who we get in the first round, we need to be good enough to get past that series. And I know that it comes down to that, but I think everyone has a preference. I asked on Twitter, people were quite varied on what they wanted, but the overall consensus, I think, was kind of Boston, because people want revenge, which I understand. But can you imagine the humiliation of losing to them again? Can you imagine that? Do you really want that? Losing to Florida is far less embarrassing in my opinion. Ultimately, I would like to see us play Florida in the first round. We won against them in a really good game last time, 5-2 win. I really enjoyed watching the matchup. It's not quite as injury endangering or quite as hostile as what Boston are, and Tampa kind of scared the life out of me still. So in my opinion, I'd like to see us play Florida. Also, on that note, I feel like the media pressure that's placed on the Leafs, especially come playoff time in their attempt to break the curse. If we were playing Boston or maybe even Tampa, I feel like it's less so with Florida. And I think that is a very important part to consider, because a lot of the time with the Leafs and some of the players, it's confidence. And I feel like they might feel more confident going in against the likes of Florida, where there's less pressure to win than arguably there is against Boston for revenge or Tampa because they hold the title. I don't know, that's my opinion anyway. I think sometimes when you take the pressure off, it might work out for the best. So thank you so much for watching today, guys. Ignore the coffee spillage in between my lovely mug that I was showing off at the start, and it just tipped. It went all down my legs, everywhere, because I'm filming with shorts on, which is probably not a good idea, but here we are. So yeah, I apologise for that. Thanks for bearing with me. I really hope you enjoyed this quick little recap. Comment down below what your thoughts are. Who would you like to see us play in the first round? Would you like us to be a wildcard spot? Would you like Boston, Florida, Tampa? What do you think? Drop a comment down below and let me know. Make sure that you've liked this video and make sure to subscribe for more content. I promise I don't spill coffee everywhere in every video. This is first. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you all next time for more hockey chats. Bye, guys.